Doctors are raising alarms about a silent threat inside many seniors' homes: the wrong type of light. After 60, your brain becomes more sensitive to artificial lighting, and if you're using the wrong kind, it may quietly disrupt your sleep, damage your memory, and increase your risk of confusion. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to light, especially the kind we surround ourselves with at home. After 60, the eyes allow less light in, the lens begins to yellow, and the body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, becomes harder to regulate. That rhythm is what tells your brain when to sleep, when to wake, and how to balance hormones that affect mood, memory, and alertness. Doctors are now discovering that lighting plays a crucial role in this entire process. Too much artificial blue light at night can suppress melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. Too little light in the morning can leave you groggy, unfocused, or even depressed. And the wrong balance of light throughout the day may increase your risk of cognitive decline over time. It's not just about brightness. It's about the type, timing, and color of light you're exposed to. And most homes, especially for seniors, are not designed with this in mind. The good news? Small changes in your lighting setup can help you sleep better, think more clearly, and even feel more emotionally balanced. But first, let's uncover the lighting mistakes that may already be harming your brain without you knowing. One of the most common mistakes found in senior homes is the use of bright white LED lighting during evening hours. While these lights are energy efficient, they often emit a high amount of blue light, the same type of light that signals your brain to stay awake. Doctors warn that exposure to blue-toned light after sunset suppresses melatonin, the hormone your body naturally produces to help you fall asleep. Over time, this can lead to poor sleep quality, longer time to fall asleep, and even increased risk of memory decline and mood disorders. In one study, seniors exposed to white-blue LED light after 8 p.m. had significantly lower melatonin levels and reported more frequent waking during the night. Instead of promoting rest, this lighting keeps the brain stimulated. Solution: use warm, amber, or soft yellow lighting in the evening. Avoid bright overhead LEDs after dinner. Your brain needs darkness to prepare for rest. Many seniors enjoy winding down at night by watching television, scrolling on a tablet, or checking emails on a phone. It seems like a harmless routine, especially when done in the quiet of a dark room. But according to doctors and sleep researchers, this is one of the most harmful lighting mistakes seniors make. Why? Because modern screens, TVs, smartphones, tablets, and computers emit high concentrations of blue light, the same stimulating spectrum that mimics daylight. And when this intense light hits your eyes in the darkness, it creates a confusing signal for your brain. Your body thinks it's still daytime. This leads to the suppression of melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate sleep. But the damage goes beyond trouble falling asleep. Studies have shown that repeated blue light exposure at night can shift your circadian rhythm, delay your sleep cycle, and reduce overall sleep quality. For seniors, who already experience age-related changes in sleep patterns, this disruption can be especially harmful. Doctors are now connecting this habit to increased risks of sleep fragmentation, daytime fatigue, poor memory retention, and even heightened chances of developing mild cognitive impairment. A recent study from Harvard Medical School found that adults over 60 who regularly use screens in dark rooms for more than 90 minutes at night reported higher levels of brain fog, irritability, and confusion the next morning compared to those who didn't. Another overlooked danger? Contrast lighting. When you stare at a bright screen in a completely dark room, the extreme difference in brightness strains the eyes and overworks the visual cortex in the brain. Over time, this can lead to headaches, eye fatigue, and slower visual processing, all of which make it harder to stay alert, especially during the day. But here's the good news: the solution is simple and effective. Solution 1: never use screens in total darkness. Always turn on a soft, warm lamp nearby. This reduces the contrast strain and balances the light environment for your brain. Solution 2: try blue light filters or night mode settings on your devices, especially after 7 p.m. These tools shift the color of the light to a more amber tone, which is less disruptive to melatonin. Solution 3, if possible, avoid screens altogether at least 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime. Instead, develop calming pre-sleep rituals like gentle stretching, reading a printed book under warm light, or listening to soft music. These activities signal to your brain that it's time to relax. Dr. Elena Morris, a geriatric sleep specialist, explains. Sleep is not something that just happens, it's something your brain prepares for. And light is one of the most powerful signals your brain responds to. Using screens in the dark tells your brain to stay alert, not to slow down. The habit may seem small, but night after night, it adds up. And for seniors, especially those living alone or struggling with memory or sleep, it can quietly chip away at mental sharpness and emotional balance. Changing your evening light habits doesn't just improve your sleep. It protects your brain. It preserves your mood. It gives your mind the rest it needs to thrive, even after 60. One of the most overlooked mistakes affecting seniors' brain health is something incredibly simple: not getting enough sunlight early in the day. Doctors emphasize that morning light exposure is essential, yet most older adults spend their mornings indoors, often in dim rooms, with curtains drawn and lights off. This small habit has big consequences. Natural sunlight in the morning sends a strong signal to the brain to wake up. It helps regulate your circadian rhythm, which affects sleep quality, energy levels, memory, and even mood. Without this signal, your body struggles to know what time it is, leading to sleep problems at night, daytime drowsiness, and even depression. Research has shown that exposure to natural light before 10 a.m. helps synchronize your internal body clock, increasing alertness during the day and improving melatonin production at night. Seniors who miss this critical light window often report feeling groggy, unmotivated, and forgetful, even if they've had a full night of sleep. Dr. Howard Stein, a geriatric neurologist, explains. The brain craves morning light. It sets the tone for cognitive function all day. Without it, the brain operates like it's stuck in a fog. But why does this happen more often in older adults? First, as we age, our eyes let in less light, especially blue-spectrum light from the sun. This makes it even more important to actively seek sunlight in the morning to stimulate alertness and mood-regulating hormones like serotonin. Without enough light, serotonin production drops, raising the risk of anxiety and depression. Second, many seniors naturally shift toward an indoor lifestyle. Whether due to retirement, mobility issues, or the comfort of routine, it's common for older adults to spend most mornings inside. And unfortunately, indoor lighting, no matter how bright, does not compare to natural sunlight when it comes to regulating your brain and hormones. The result? You may find yourself more anxious, more forgetful, or more prone to midday naps that further disrupt your sleep cycle. So what can you do? Solution 1. Try to get at least 15 to 30 minutes of direct sunlight every morning, ideally before 10 a.m. Sit near a bright window, take a short walk outside, or drink your coffee on the porch. Even cloudy mornings provide enough natural light to stimulate your brain. Solution 2. Rearrange your morning routine to prioritize light. Open your curtains as soon as you wake. Turn on warm indoor lights to gently support your morning rhythm if you can't get outside. Solution 3. For those with limited mobility, consider a light therapy box, designed to simulate sunlight. These devices, when used properly in the morning, can boost energy and reduce symptoms of seasonal depression. Making light a part of your morning isn't just about brightness, it's about health. It's about helping your body wake up, your brain engage, and your mood stabilize. The seniors who live the longest and stay the sharpest don't just protect their sleep at night. They honor the sun in the morning. And the good news? That healing light is free, and it's waiting right outside your window. While bright lights at night are harmful, the opposite mistake is just as dangerous: living in dim, overly warm light all day. Many seniors unknowingly spend most of their day under soft, yellow bulbs or in rooms with little overhead lighting. It may feel cozy or relaxing, but doctors are now warning that this habit can slowly dull the brain, weaken focus, and worsen feelings of fatigue and sadness. The brain needs dynamic light to stay sharp and engaged. During daylight hours, it's healthiest to be exposed to brighter, cooler-toned lighting that mimics sunlight. This type of light increases serotonin levels, which support memory, motivation, and emotional stability. But when seniors live in low, warm lighting from morning to evening, the brain remains in a semi-relaxed, sedated state. Over time, this can lead to increased lethargy, poor concentration, and even depressive symptoms. Dr. Elaine Matthews, a cognitive aging specialist, explains. We often think of warm light as calming, but too much of it during the day keeps the brain in idle mode. Seniors need brighter cues to stay mentally alert. What does this look like in real life? Picture a senior living in a home where the curtains stay closed all day, and the only light source is a corner lamp with a soft amber bulb. There's no direct sunlight. No overhead lighting. No contrast or stimulation. Over weeks or months, the person might begin to feel slow, foggy, or emotionally flat, without realizing their light environment is the cause. This is especially concerning for those who live alone or are homebound. Without variety in light exposure, the brain doesn't receive the time signals it needs to regulate energy, cognition, and hormones. It becomes confused about when to activate and when to rest. And this mistake often gets overlooked, because warm lighting is marketed as cozy, gentle, or relaxing. But doctors caution that relaxation should be reserved for evening hours, not the entire day. Solution 1. Use cooler white light bulbs, 4000 K, 5000 K, during the daytime in main activity areas like the kitchen, living room, and bathroom. These lights mimic daylight and stimulate alertness. Solution 2. Open all curtains and blinds by mid-morning. Let as much natural light in as possible, even on cloudy days. Natural light has a spectrum that artificial lights can't fully replicate. Solution 3. Reserve warm, amber lighting, 2700 K or less, for the evening, after sunset, when the body needs to wind down. Solution 4. Use layered lighting. Combine overhead lights with task lighting and window light to create an active, stimulating environment. Think of your home as a living space, not just for your body, but for your mind. The lighting should change with the time of day, just like the sky outside. Too dim for too long, and your brain will lose its rhythm. The seniors who stay mentally sharp know that daytime is not for retreat, it's for renewal. Let your home reflect the sun while it's shining. Your brain depends on it. One of the most overlooked mistakes in senior homes isn't about which bulbs are used, it's about when and how lighting changes throughout the day. Doctors now warn that keeping the same light intensity from morning to night confuses the body's natural clock and can quietly lead to sleep disruption, memory lapses, and emotional imbalance. Our bodies are wired to follow the sun. Morning light tells the brain, wake up. Afternoon light maintains energy. And dim evening light prepares the brain to rest. This natural light rhythm is what keeps our circadian system, the body's internal timekeeper, running smoothly. But in many homes, especially for older adults, lighting is either too dim all day or too bright at night, and almost never adjusted. A senior might spend the morning in soft lamp light, stay under the same bulb all afternoon, and keep that same light on after sunset. The result? The brain doesn't know when to activate alertness and when to produce melatonin for sleep. Dr. Susan Lively, a neurologist specializing in aging, explains. Light is like a conductor for your brain's orchestra. If it never changes, the rhythm breaks down. Over time, you feel foggy, tired, and emotionally flat. Here's how the mistake plays out in daily life. A senior wakes up in a softly lit room, with no sunlight or overhead lighting. They go about their morning with warm lamps. After lunch, the lighting remains unchanged, dim and yellow. By evening, they may turn on a brighter light for dinner or television, then go to bed under a glowing ceiling light or bright bathroom bulb. Their brain, never receiving proper cues, remains misaligned, producing melatonin too late or too early, leading to poor sleep, low energy, and mental fatigue. This misalignment becomes worse with age. After 60, the brain becomes less sensitive to time signals and more reliant on external cues, especially light. That means adjusting light throughout the day becomes not just helpful, but necessary. Solution 1. In the morning, use bright, cool-toned light, 4000 to 5000 K, or open blinds fully to bring in sunlight. This helps the brain wake up and improves alertness. Solution 2. By midday, keep lighting bright but natural, mix window light with indoor lighting. Avoid dark corners or sitting too long in low-lit areas. Solution 3. In the evening, gradually dim your lights after 6 p.m. Shift to warmer bulbs, 2700 K or less, and use lamps instead of overhead fixtures. This tells your brain it's time to wind down. Solution 4. Install dimmable lights or smart bulbs with scheduled changes. These modern tools can simulate the rising and setting sun to help maintain a natural rhythm, even indoors. Changing light levels may sound small, but its impact is deep. Seniors who adopt this rhythm often report better sleep, clearer thinking, and fewer mood swings. They feel more in sync with the day, and less like time is slipping away. Your home should not stay the same from morning to night. Neither should your light. Let it rise. Let it fall. Let it guide your brain back into balance. After years of studying aging brains and home environments, doctors and gerontologists are now emphasizing one clear truth: the right lighting can dramatically improve mental clarity, sleep quality, and emotional stability in seniors. And you don't need expensive tools or a full home remodel, just a few simple changes guided by science. Here's what the experts recommend. 1. Start your morning with natural light. Doctors suggest exposing yourself to bright, natural light within 30 minutes of waking up. This helps reset your circadian rhythm and signals your brain to stop producing melatonin. You'll feel more alert and energized throughout the day. What to do? Open your curtains first thing in the morning. Sit near a sunny window while having your coffee. Even 15 to 20 minutes of indirect sunlight helps. If you live in a space with limited sunlight or face dark winter months, use a light therapy box. Place it 16 to 24 inches from your face during breakfast. These devices mimic daylight and can improve mood, especially in those prone to seasonal depression. 2. Use cool white lighting during the day. Throughout the day, especially in the late morning and early afternoon, use cool white LED bulbs, 4000 to 5000 K. These mimic daylight and keep your brain stimulated. They also reduce daytime drowsiness and help you stay mentally focused. Good spots: kitchen, living room, study or reading area. Replace warm bulbs with cool ones in your most active spaces. 3. Transition to warm light in the evening. After sunset, it's time to prepare your brain for rest. Doctors recommend switching to warm, soft lighting, 2700 K or lower. This signals the pineal gland to begin melatonin production, helping your body relax and prepare for sleep. Tips: use lamps instead of overhead lights. Install dimmers if possible. Choose amber bulbs or soft white LEDs in bedrooms and bathrooms. 4. Avoid bright screens late at night. Evening screen use is one of the biggest threats to senior sleep. The blue light from TVs, tablets, and smartphones blocks melatonin and keeps your brain alert. Doctor's advice: avoid screens for at least 1 hour before bed. If you must use a device, turn on night mode or use blue light filters. Or try listening to music, doing light stretches, or reading a physical book under a soft light instead. 5. Light up hallways and bathrooms at night, safely. Many seniors get up during the night to use the bathroom. Instead of turning on bright ceiling lights, which can shock the brain awake, install motion sensor night lights or soft plug-in lights along the hallway and bathroom floor. These low-level lights provide safety without disrupting sleep. 6. Keep light levels dynamic throughout the day. Your home lighting should reflect the sky, brighter in the morning and afternoon, gradually dimming toward bedtime. This natural variation helps reinforce your internal clock. Tools that help: smart bulbs that shift color and brightness, dimmer switches, layered lighting, lamps plus windows plus overhead light, and curtains you open and close on a schedule. The bigger picture. Dr. Karen Lee, a geriatric neurologist, says, "We often focus on food and exercise when talking about brain health. But light is just as important, especially after 60. The right lighting literally teaches your brain how to feel and function each day. Light isn't just for vision. It's information. It tells your body when to wake, when to think, and when to sleep. And when you adjust your home's lighting with intention, you don't just change your surroundings, you change your biology. Let your home light support you, not fight against you. Your brain will thank you." Many seniors live for years under poor lighting conditions without realizing it's harming them. But according to doctors, the effects of incorrect lighting after age 60 are not always immediate. They creep in slowly, showing up in ways that are often mistaken for normal aging. Recognizing the warning signs is the first step toward reclaiming your clarity, energy, and emotional well-being. Here are the most common red flags. 1. Trouble falling or staying asleep. If you find yourself tossing and turning at night, waking up frequently, or feeling unrest in the morning despite getting enough hours, lighting may be to blame. Exposure to bright, blue-toned light in the evening, even from a bathroom bulb or television, can suppress melatonin and disrupt your sleep cycle. 2. Feeling mentally foggy during the day. Do you feel like your thoughts are slower, or like your memory is slipping more than usual? Poor morning lighting and overly dim environments throughout the day can reduce serotonin and interfere with alertness, making your brain feel like it's always in a haze. 3. Mood swings or unexplained sadness. Many seniors experience depression or irritability without a clear cause. Doctors are finding that lack of bright light, especially morning light, can lower serotonin levels and mimic seasonal affective disorder, SAD, even indoors. 4. Frequent daytime napping or low energy. If you find yourself constantly dozing off during the day, it may not just be age, it could be your lighting environment telling your brain it's still nighttime. Dim lighting fails to cue the brain to stay alert, creating a cycle of sleepiness. 5. Increased forgetfulness or confusion. A poorly lit home confuses not just your body, but your cognitive rhythm. Over time, inconsistent or inappropriate lighting can contribute to long-term memory issues and even accelerate cognitive decline. These symptoms don't always feel dramatic, but over months or years, they can quietly diminish your quality of life. The good news? Light is one of the easiest things to change. With just a few adjustments to your environment, you can reduce these risks and bring clarity, calm, and comfort back into your daily routine. Your brain is still listening to the light around you, make sure it's hearing the right message. Light is not just a background detail in your home, it is a silent partner in your health, your mood, and your mind. After 60, your brain becomes more dependent on these signals to stay balanced. Whether it's the morning sun that wakes you gently, or the soft golden glow that tells your body it's time to rest, light quietly leads your every rhythm. If your home is too dim, your thinking dims with it. If your nights are too bright, your sleep suffers. But when your light is right, when it follows the natural flow of the day, your body responds with peace, energy, and mental clarity. You don't need expensive gadgets. You don't need to renovate your home. All you need is awareness, and a willingness to adjust what surrounds you. Let light become your ally, not your enemy. Because after 60, every detail matters. Don't wait to feel better, start with your light. Adjust your home today, and protect your sleep, your memory, and your joy. Your brain deserves a space that helps it shine.